I'm Peter.
And I'm Bobby.
No.
And today we're going to talk about
what to do if you're stuck in the wilderness.
Well, let's start off. So let's say you're like mountain biking, driving around like bang, bang, and then you go up a ramp, bang, bang, and then you fall, and you find yourself stuck in the wilderness.
Well, first thing I would do is
Be able to figure out where
build a
you
shelter.
You would want to like look around for a place that you would be
Well, actually,
able
the
to...
first thing I would do if I just fell and I didn't know where I was, I would try and figure out if I knew where I was. Try and figure out where I was. But then if I couldn't figure out where I was, then I would build a shelter.
Yeah, maybe like hike around a little, see if you can figure out where you are. If you can't, you would, I don't know if you would probably build a shelter first, or maybe, and then start looking for like things that could be useful, like a long piece of wood, or just some twigs, or just different things that might be useful, and then...
I suppose that it's, really depending on what you have with you at the point of, you becoming stranded. I mean, so are you guys saying that you just have nothing?
Well...
So when you crash on your bicycle, bam, whatever that was, at that point, you don't have anything, correct?
Yes.
Well, except for maybe a water pack and a helmet.
So, yeah. So
Maybe
you
just
have
a little water bottle.
So you have a little water, and then hopefully you're in the woods and not the desert. So you have...
Well, if you're mountain biking, you probably would be in the desert. Because usually, if you're mountain biking in the forest, it's usually colder. If there's a forest, it's usually colder in that area. And up in the mountains, it's even colder. So...
Yeah, but... Anyway, you would definitely want to look around, see if you could figure out where you are, and if not, start thinking like, what am I going to do? Should I build a shelter? Maybe find a place to rest? Or
that would be the shelter you're building.
Yeah. See if there's some places, see if there's some food or different things, but...
Let's go to our field correspondent,
Derptastic, for some more tips.
This is Derptastic, field correspondent for the Guyz Show. I'm in a remote part of northern Arizona, live in this forest. Forest, not like a forest that a person could get stranded in.
Well, that's perfect because we wanted to know like what you would do if you were stranded and what you would do first.
Well, guys, the first thing I would do is look to see if I could find anything useful. Oh, this is something useful.
So what is it? What'd you find?
This is a fire starter, and you just do that and sparks will fly off and make a fire.
Alright, well you can make a spark, that's pretty cool, but what are you going to do next?
Well, now I guess I gotta find some tinder. Oh, look, it's all right here. Some tinder. Now I just need some firewood, and oh, some here again. Okay.
Wow, Derp, it looks like somebody just came and chopped some wood for you.
Now all I gotta do is come over here and build myself a nice fire. And now that I've gotten my fire built, I'll just pour some kerosene all over it.
Where'd you find kerosene?
Yeah, where'd you find kerosene?
So now that I've gotten the fire built, now I just need to do is light it up. And that's how you build a fire.
Where do you find kerosene?
Well, kerosene, okay.
Well, now all I gotta do is find some food. There's a stream over there, so I guess I'll just go check that out.
Wow, he just found a stream. That's
Firewood, kerosene, and now a stream.
Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna find next.
Wow, fish for sale. Man, I'm really lucky.
Well, that answers my question.
Fish for sale! Fish! I would like some fish. What would you like? Some fillet of sole? Or what would you like? Salt? Alright, well, here you go.
Why don't you bring us some fish?
Do you want any fish? Yes. Thank you. Well, I guess I looked out again and got 3 fish. My fish. So guys, see how he got a fish, and now you can come on down to the Streamside Fish Market and buy fish.
Since when do we have commercials?
Well, Chef Brian, if you got something to say, why don't you just say it?
So we have this fish market. You can come down and buy fish in many locations throughout the stream. Fish.
Apparently you have a lot of luck when you're surviving out in the wilderness.
Yeah, well, I guess I was really lucky, but usually I'm not this lucky. But if you guys could be lucky too if you stay alert. And that's how I got this fish. Well, now I guess I just have to find some decent shelter and survive the night. Back to Peter and Odin in the studio.
Well, thank you, Derp. We appreciate what you had to offer, but, well,
First of all, I do want to say we were just having a little fun, so you shouldn't follow what he's saying. Not all of it is true. Like, you do have to build a fire, but just dropping it on the ground isn't going to make it a perfect fireplace. You're probably not just going to find wood laying around, but we were just having a little fun.
and here is a real helpful tip. If you're in the desert, look for barrel cactus. Their fruit has seeds, and the seeds are edible.
They have a lot of protein.
And they also taste pretty good.
But in real life, Derptastic is actually very good at surviving.
And
Well, I'm not sure if he actually has survived out in the wilderness, but he knows a lot of stuff about it. He has a whole backpack full of stuff for surviving. He has like rope, lighters, flint and steel, a fire starter. That one that he used,
in the video,
that was his. He has a lot of pocket knives. Some of them are like this big, some of them like this big. He has 2 Swiss Army knives, which is really helpful. But yeah, he is very good and knows a lot of stuff about this.
All right, well,
He might post a video about it later on his channel, Derptastic.
and that.
So see you next time on our show.
And that's it for the Guyz Show.
So we have this fish market. You can come down and buy fish in many locations throughout the stream.